Hello there. It's your boy, Tasty Cake. So I decided instead of going to Mo Tuesday, I'll show when I have more stuff. I'm not really doing a video on Fat Tuesday because we all know what it is. So nothing special about today. Not at Mardi Gras. And even if I did go to New Orleans, I wouldn't do it during Mardi Gras because they always have a parade. I think Sunday was the only day they didn't because they're ready to go to work the next day. But, it's the same thing, just not overcrowded and killings and all that stuff. Truth. Do want to go back one day, but let's make this TARDIS Tuesday. Now, essentially, we have Legend of the Traveling TARDIS on Tuesday, but it's going to be on tomorrow night because there's a special guest to be interviewed. I'll be on the chat doing what I do, hashtagging. And Mike Faber's going to be on. Holy mackerel, of ESO Network. He's like up there. He has one of those voices like, wow. He could do National Public Radio, and like I would listen. That very soothing voice, like kind of making you go, okay. Mike's a good guy. But I'll be in the chat making fun of them all. So, let's talk about TARDISes. First Doctor's TARDIS. Now, when we first got the TARDIS, it was like this, big base and red roof, and then they just basically repainted it for the Seventh Doctor, which that one, what they essentially did, they made two of the Fifth Doctor's TARDIS, and so we already have that mold. So we're just waiting for the Seventh Doctor one because I doubt they come out with the sixth. Could give him the blue suit, but you never know. B&M exclusive or something, who knows? But of course, I have the that's the prototype Fifth Doctor TARDIS right there, behind the Haley Atwell figure. But we'll get there when I talk about that. So same mold. It came with the first Doctor, which also was released on single card, or the hat, or the cloak had the skull. Then they released, of course, first Doctor again with the Dalek. And they released that one also as black and white, which was interesting. Still in a package, never opened. To be released, first Doctor again with just gray pants. I guess that's supposed to represent him from the three Doctors. Got a couple here and there lying around, but not available to be this time. To be, that was a 12 Doctor set, and then the 13th Doctor set when they gave the whole brown look from Planet of the Giants, I think it was. So it was an interesting twist. Then, of course, we jumped to the one from 2 years ago, the electronic one from B&M with the proper roof scale. No, I'm sorry, that was not electronic yet. The one from B&M with the first Doctor, William Hartnell, in gray tone with a proper roof and thin base. I have one of them. I said the plastic got broken when it was shipped to me from overseas. Of course, they changed it afterwards. Dang it. I'm so close to the thing here. To release it without the plastic. The same TARDIS, but in the shade of blue and everything else. I love the blue shade. Oh, yeah, blue. And the David Bradley figure. Same thing, is not wearing the cloak anymore, just wearing a scarf on top of the body. With a new head. With a hat. So interesting concept they did there. Same TARDIS, except this one being electronical. I have a few of these. Now, if I was able to get another one, it would have been great. I would have taken it out of the box. I like to display them all. But mainly because no reason at all. Because I wasn't really into that TARDIS. And unless I opened up the black and white figures, that would have, first Doctor with that one there with the gray TARDIS, and the second Doctor with his great TARDIS, which was released to the War Games. We'll get to that one next time. And as I said, we'll come back to it in a second. Balance. We'll get back to the TARDIS in a second. With the first Doctor TARDIS here, I had a commission to put in, and the roof was made. The roof was made taller, and I wanted the big base, only because of the other two doctors had a bigger base, because that's all we knew was a bigger base. I want everything uniform. Didn't think ahead of time, like maybe one day they'll fix a lower base. No, or just put a lower base on that one. No, I didn't think of that. But also because when we get to the third series of this, the TARDIS I bought for the third Doctor on eBay was a handmade bigger base. So okay, it wasn't thinner; it was thick, just like this. So just fix the things. Yeah, I could, but in my mind, the first three Doctors had the bigger base. They came to the fourth Doctor, which had the short roof and the short base. So I just kept the height. Say, okay, here we got the tall TARDISes, and then went shorter for first Doctor, and then second, third used the same thing, and then fourth Doctor when it collapsed, and then for a short one. So just for visually, I did that. And also, I got another TARDIS. Come back to the first Doctor's TARDIS in a second. Or speaking of this TARDIS, this was who knows which one it was. I think it could have been from the. Could have been if I turn this the right way. No. Well, the sign was made new. This could have been from the regenerated fourth Doctor TARDIS from B&M, because that was readily available. Because the problem with third Doctor's first TARDIS, third Doctor's TARDIS that came out first was extremely hard to find. And then the second one was a little bit better. And this one was like, okay, he's come by. This guy, person made a new roof and markings on the edge there. Nothing can be done about that. Paint came off. That's no big deal. This is what it is. I don't look at it because it's on the side. Look at it from the front. Big base. Soft at the base. No trouble. That's when the roof was flattened, so that's it. That's the second version of the TARDIS that came after the first Doctor. And I use it for, whatever. It's his second version. And, for 10th Planet or whatever. Or just say it's from, Twice Upon a Time. That's what we've seen. So that takes care of the first Doctor stuff. Now back to the David Bradley one. Yes, I haven't taken out of the package because, it's just up on the shelf, fine, wherever I have it. So I love the look of it. The side has a big roof. Oh yeah, did I say? I had a commission on the first Doctor's TARDIS, and he made the roof for his and mine. I used a bigger base on mine for the way I had it. But he said one day he'll get back to it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Take your time. When you do, you do. Since this, and this been 3-4 years later, they came out with this one with the taller roof, and this one has a flat base. So, like I said, one to keep in package, one to display with David Bradley, and one I want to have fixed with another regenerated fourth Doctor's TARDIS. Silly me, when I was cleaning yesterday, I found it. I did prepare myself. I just didn't remember. This one has a big base, right? I want to switch bases. I want to take the base off David Bradley's TARDIS and this TARDIS. Flip-flop it and blow over. So this nice thicker base will be on the first Doctor's TARDIS, and it'll be in line with my concept of the first police box TARDIS before the roof collapsed. Had a bigger base. Now, when we get to one day coming back to episode 3 of this, third Doctor, and into episode 4, fourth Doctor, it will have a smaller base because Richard has it, and he's perfect. My cousin Richard has it. He's perfected it, customized it, so it has a flatter base because that's what he wants, and he's right. He's right about it. But I want this base on that one. Based on the picture, well, for David Bradley's TARDIS, it was black. It's also electronic, so I don't care about it being electronically working or not with the switch off, because there's no. I mean, the plate comes off, right? The plate comes off, and I'm sure, quite sure, that by taking off the base off both of these and switching the plates, that electronic one will still work electronically with the thicker base because I have a switch on the bottom. If it does, if you can do it, cool. I'm going to ask in time. Don't want to push my friend to it, but it's painted stuff for me, and see about having that done. So I'll have the first Doctor's TARDIS with the big base, not with the pilot figure, the pilot episode figure, because he's going in the display with all the regenerated figures, all the Uni-Q versions. But it'll be with the first Doctor, William Hartnell, with the customized version of the TARDIS, as this one will have the flat base, a repaint of the blue, so it'll be Tom Baker's. Again, it'll still be Tom Baker's TARDIS, just with the flatter base. And he'll have the bigger base, so I'll be happy. Now, back to this one, first Doctor's TARDIS. I had this on my display, and I told Paul Hanley, the artist who I bought this from, he made the insert. Now I was using this for my TARDIS because I love the console room he has for it. But essentially, when all else comes about, quality control. We got the roof is kind of a gap, a little gap on the roof there. Gap. Yeah, there's a gap. Quality control. What do you expect from toys? He made the card insert. This TARDIS was from his personal collection, so I said I'm going to use it as my TARDIS, because I love that insert. Oh, of course, because this card in there, it gets flooped around. I'm trying to floop it around the other way with it. As usual, card is too big, and so it's flopping off sideways, pushing itself to the side, and I need like a toothpick, something very thin to push it off the side. Okay, I did it, but then the door got in the way, so that doesn't work. Mr. Owl, how many... card is too big, he made, and it's not conforming properly because it's getting stuck on the side, and I can't push it on because the door's open. There. I finally fixed it. Oh my word. It finally works. For the moment in time, it's perfectly in there. That's how my TARDIS, But I gotta get the door closed. Okay, push the button. There we go. Car will be rotated again once I move it. And there. But essentially, as it is, the TARDIS belongs to the Fugitive Doctor. So I just keep it up here for, say, with my TARDIS. Like the Fifth Doctor's TARDIS and the Third Doctor's TARDIS. That's the Curse of Peldon, Third Doctor's TARDIS. That's the prototype Fifth Doctor's TARDIS. And of course, that's the 3D printed Jade Pagoda, which was a lime green, just like my headset. And my tea. Almost. Or my mint Kit Kat. But since it was blue, I took some blue paint, had some white paint, and it looks good. It looks spectacular. And I just got crumbs all over my counter. I got crumbs all over my desk. So if one day we should have a Ruth Doctor, then this is her TARDIS. I will have a Peter Cushing, so there's no movie doctor or movie doctor's TARDIS, because I'm not going to commission that one. This is all those are seen on TV, per se. When I say per se, I mean doctors that were seen on TV, per se. Why I say that again? Because when I was cleaning yesterday, I found the custom figures I bought on eBay from Doctor Who and the Ultimate Adventure, the second stage play with John Pertwee, and of course David Banks was one performance as the Doctor, and Colin Baker. And I have two Colin Bakers from the stage play. I bought the first one a long time ago. And then to find those three doctors and the two human companions in a set on eBay years later. I bought a couple years ago. Of course, a couple of years can be within 3 or 4. Because, time does not move slowly. No matter what I say. I still can't even vibrate my energies to a parallel Earth. Even though they say it's possible. I just don't have that energy. Pure energy. To tap into. To get me off of this one. Again, that's episode 3 and episode 6. Or you just do that one separately. Just have just talk about the play one separately. That'd be easy. I think I'm supposed to have a Dalek made. I think I did. I think I had parts of it made. I don't remember. I know I didn't have it done, but I was planning on it. Yeah. Plans of mice and men. I can't remember saying anymore. But that's it for the first Doctor stuff. What I have, the others we know about somewhere else. Two pilot figures again. The funky one, which I made first. had gotten made first. It's up for sale like that. You want one? The other more detailed, more expensive one that goes with the regeneration figure, and that original one. One day, $1 million. I was gonna have this. I was gonna have the first Doctor Stars on one end, the 13th Doctor Stars on the other end, because essentially they go together. But she didn't have that TARDIS yet. It's a regenerated 13th Doctor, so I was like, she didn't have the TARDIS, so like, what scene can't really be put in there? And 14th Doctor is regenerated to his own outfit thing. So again, it makes me kind of ponder. Well, we'll get to that another time about the whole regeneration thing. We'll get to that when we get to the 14th episode. Well, 15th, because War Doctor's included. So that's my idea. That's what I have. All that good stuff. Please like, subscribe, share, ring the bell. If any ideas for me to talk about, I'm all for it. I'm going to download Zoom soon enough, so I'll have my co-hosts have their little podcast here and there with definitely 3 on hand, 3 repeating co-hosts. The others would be like one-shots, just for the fun of it. No diet soda. And as always, remember, time waits and turns slowly.